move on to the first step, which will be installing a Linux bash shell. So you will just need to type turn Windows features on or off below the search box of Windows. It will take you to this window. So you will scroll down to the bottom, and basically the only thing you need to do here is check this box. It tells you, it says Windows Subsystem for Linux. After you do that, you will click OK, and it will take you to another window which is not taking me, which is not appearing here because I've already installed. Because I've already turned that feature on. If you haven't turned that feature on, it will take you to a new window, and it will basically, after a couple of minutes, it will tell you to restart your computer. So after it tells you to restart your computer, please do so. And after you have restarted your computer, you will need to do the following. You will need to type Microsoft Store. Okay, and you will install a Linux app here. So you will need to type Linux. You click on the best result, which is run Linux on Windows, and you will install. It's recommended you install Ubuntu. Right, you will click on Ubuntu, and you will install it. I've already done so, so that's why it's telling me that it's already installed. But if you haven't installed it, please just click on the button that says Get here, where it currently says Launch for me, and just proceed with the installation. Right. So after you've finalized, if you've finished installing this application, just exit that window, and now you will be able to access it by typing Ubuntu. It should be the best match here if you've installed it properly. So once you find that best match, just click on it, and it will take you to this window, and it may take a few minutes for it to run. So I will just pause the video. I will pass the videos until we've installed until this has been installed. Alright, so now this terminal will tell you, it's telling you to create a user account. So you will need to provide a username, write whatever you want here. I will just write my name. And the next line is telling you to give it a password. So just so that you know, it doesn't, even if you type a password here, it doesn't populate it in the after the colon. So you will just have to trust that that it's recognizing what you're typing, right? So I will type it right now. Okay, you see, you see that it didn't actually populate any of the, it didn't populate that line, right? So I will just type it again. Okay, and after you confirm that, it will tell you that it has been installed successfully, and now you can access Linux or a version of it through Windows, I guess. So after you've done so, you will need to run a couple of lines, and if I were you, I would screenshot the video at this time, so you can basically type these in the terminal here. So first line that we need to run is, or I could just put it here. So first line we will need to run is Windows. First line. I need to retype my password again. Alright, so it's done. So now you will move on to the next line. Now this one is upgrade, not update. So it's telling you to, just asking you if you proceed with this operation. So just have to type Y, as in yes. It's gonna take some time, so I will pause the video at this time, at this moment. Still around 50%, so hasn't quite installed the whole thing yet. I mean upgraded, right? So I'll pause it once again. Alright, so it's done. So now we'll proceed with installing the following, with running the following 4 lines. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so the first one is installing GCC. And these are just to set up, mainly to set up the installation environment that we're trying to set up for Gromacs. So after this operation, an additional 115 megabytes. Okay, so we'll just like proceed and just type Y. As in yes, so as to install this program. Probably take us some time to finalize installing it as well, so I'll pause the video again. Or maybe not, it means that 30% already. Alright, so now CMake. Once again, type Y for yes. Okay. Now that CMake has been installed, proceed with build essential. And all right. So I forgot to type the little dash between build and essential. So please make sure to do so. That was my mistake, right? Okay, so that's done. Now now the final one should be install library fast Fourier transform, I'm assuming. W3 dash DV. Once again, type Y for yes. Alright, so now that the environment is set up, we will proceed with the Gromacs installation. But before that, I think that would be important or useful to do, if you haven't already done so, if you could install Atom. And Atom is a really nice text editor, so I'll show you where to get it. So hopefully you could just Google search Atom software. It will be the first result. Alright, so now very quickly we will check if Gromacs has been installed properly by running the beginning of the tutorial that was made by Michael Papili. I will list his description below my video as well. So first thing we need to do is just make a folder where we contain all of our simulation files. I will make it in, conveniently place it in my desktop. So next thing we need to do is we'll download a protein structural file from the protein data bank. So just Google protein data bank. I will download the same file that Michael downloaded. Okay, so we downloaded it as a PDV in this PDV format. We will copy, or we will just take that file and place it in our newly created folder. Alongside with that, we will also download all of these simulation files that he listed in his video, and we will place them in that folder that we created as well. Right, so after we've done that, you can see that all those files have been downloaded. We will open our Ubuntu terminal. That wasn't okay. Sorry about that. We'll open our Ubuntu terminal, and then we will change the directory or change the path to the path of our folder that we just created. Okay, so I am doing that right now. Hopefully this takes me to the desktop. Yeah, it did. Okay. So now I want it to take me to this folder I just created. It did. Okay, so I just typed ls to check that I'm seeing the same files as I'm seeing here. To the right. To the right of the screen. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna copy some of one of Mike's lines from his tutorial to run the program. Okay, so it's this line. So I think that it appears to be working properly. You see that all the credits here, as well as what you would expect it to ask you. So I'm selecting the force field. Select number any actually. So let me just select them. Yeah. So once again, if this tutorial worked for you, thank you for watching. Otherwise, if it didn't work for you or if something went wrong, please keep watching beyond my thank you note for a more complex and intricate tutorial. Hopefully, if you install that one in the right way, it will work. It will finally work for you. Right? Thank you once again. Installation. So we just Google Gromacs. Should be the first result. And if we go to downloads, right on this website, and then we can click on the release to the source code. So it's the installation, all the installation material. Okay, so we just go to the most recent one. Should be this one. I mean, I wouldn't trust really a beta release so much, so I'll just proceed with installing this version to 2018.4. So you can click on download and just click on the first. It doesn't really matter. So I'll just click on the first link. It will install the downloading to my computer, to my downloads folder. Okay, so that's right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna follow these commands, the series of commands, and we're gonna type them on Linux. Fairly simple, fairly easy. Just gonna open a new notepad here and go back to our terminal. Right, copy paste those instructions. Okay. and we need to make sure that this is actually the same name of our tar file. So the tar file that I actually downloaded was 2018.4.tar.gc, right? So we need to specify, make it the same thing basically. Okay, so this will be our first line to run. We need cd dash, sorry, backslash, and then ls would help us see what we have inside that directory. So after this, I will type cd mnt, then cd C drive. Okay. CD. I guess in this case would be users. Yes. Then your username, not the one that you made here, but your actual one, your Windows one. Okay. And then this should take me CD desktop. Okay, so now I'm in the desktop. Sorry. Yeah, so you can see that that's where you have relocated our Gromacs installation tar file, right? So now we can proceed with the following. Hopefully it will work. So let's try to copy paste. Okay, I'm gonna have to write it. Just take it some time apparently. Okay, sorry, I was a little impatient. So it appeared that it has, see, it has unzip it, right? So that's the I think it's analogous to an unzipping operation. So that means that it's successful. We've already seen it converted to a folder, right? So we'll type the second command, the following command, the command that follows here. CD oh, right. So as I mentioned before, you have to write exactly the name of the file, right, as it specifies. So I forgot that it is minus 2018.4. Okay, so now it takes me inside. I'm inside that folder now. So now I will proceed with the following, with the command that follows, mkdir build. Okay. Now we proceed with the one that follows. CD means change directory, right? Change directory to build. If you go back to your desktop, you'll probably see it's not here. Because it's actually inside the folder, right? So CD change directory to build. Okay, so now we're inside build, and now inside build, you're gonna write the following. Copy. Yeah. Okay. Great. So just type that line and then enter. Alright, so that's done. So now we will continue by writing the line that follows, typing the line that follows onto the terminal, make. Alright, so now that that's done, it took my computer a while for it to complete the make. Anyways, we will move on to the next line. So the next line is make check. So we type make check, and we wait for it to run its course. Okay, I will pause the video until that's done. Alright, so now that that's done, the make check command line, so we move on to the next one, which stands for super user do space make install. We enter, and I have to write my password here. Okay, so I just typed it. And now we have to wait a little bit more until this is done. So I will pause the video once again. Oh, that was faster than I expected. It only took a minute. So after we have been done almost, I would think, most of this installation. So I would think that we just need to write the last line here to the terminal, which is source dash slash usr slash local slash Gromacs slash bin, and then followed by gmxrc, which I'm guessing it stands for Gromacs. Okay. So I would think that that's it, but let me just make sure, double check, and so I'll just like copy it and paste it the way that I've done before. So let's see if, so yes, it seems that that would finalize the installation for the program. Okay, so we can always go to the documentation and